And moving into the 70s now, Empower says the median net worth in your 70s is about $372,000. The Federal Reserve says median net worth is $410,000. You'll notice with the Empower numbers, the numbers actually went down in the 70s. Why do you think they went down?
So we're spending now. Now almost everybody is around retirement age, retired. Typically at age 70 is the last age as late as you can collect Social Security. So once we get later into our 70s, we've been saving now for 5 decades, potentially 6 decades when you start working. And now is your time to enjoy it. So you actually should see your net worth go down because guess what? You can't take it with you. So it's a good thing to use your net worth, use your assets, spend those down to live the life that you want to live.
And you know, at 70s, you're kind of, a lot of people are full into retirement. It's been a couple of years, and I'm sure people are kind of like used to that system of drawing out of their retirement, but I'm sure it's still important for these folks to meet with a financial advisor every once in a while and to keep track of their net worth, just to make sure that they're not spending faster than their money is kind of growing in their accounts. Because I'm sure you can get used to your routine and things can sneak up on you on that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's lots of studies that talk about how much of our assets can we use in retirement. We use the term in the financial planning world called a safe withdrawal rate. And so you want to make sure that you're spending an appropriate amount. One other note too is our assets can move around a lot. The stock market can go down, that we can see a hit in our portfolio. Should we keep spending how much we've been spending if the market goes down? Mm-hmm. Could we spend more if the market goes up? So just because we're in our 70s and maybe decumulating spending doesn't mean that we can just back off and ignore net worth. We still want to track it and make sure that it's trending appropriately. Big thing as we get into our later 70s, as we come into our 80s, healthcare costs. So we may be still pretty young and active when we're in our 60s and 70s. We're traveling, we're seeing grandkids, we're doing all those fun things, and costs maybe have gone down for us a little bit, but sneaking up on us later in retirement, healthcare costs. So just always something to be aware of, that we still need money in the bank, we still need to save, we still need to fight off inflation and have our assets work for us.
Yeah, I mean, a good tip that I always love to share with people is an HSA account is a great retirement account, and people are like, oh, you can only spend it on healthcare costs. But as you get older, those costs are going to go up. You're more likely to go to the doctor. And so it is, in a way, a guarantee you're going to spend that money from an HSA, and you get some great tax savings. So consider that as in your 20s, 30s, 40s, even into your 70s. HSAs are great investment.
It's a really sneaky fun tip. HSAs are super cool. They're the only vehicle where you get tax-free contributions, tax-free growth, and tax-free withdrawals towards healthcare costs. And so they are phenomenal. If we have the ability to do 401k match first, then utilize HSA, and it can really compound over time. A lot of HSAs allow you to invest in them, and so you can pick stock funds, bond funds, and watch the money grow. And you're spot on. If you leave your HSA alone and you have low medical costs, if you're fortunate enough to have that, the HSA can be used later in life towards bigger medical expenses.
Yeah. Great advice. I hope the numbers that we provided today were helpful. Our goal with this episode isn't to scare you if your numbers are lower than the nationwide average, or to give you a pat on the back if your numbers are higher. We're merely trying to give you a rough estimate of where the average American household stands when it comes to wealth. It's easy to lose sight of the real numbers when we're always seeing billionaires on TV and all the fancy things that people are buying on social media.